Hey y'all, it's Jen. I'm going to be working on putting this little journal together while I talk. I have received so many messages, hundreds and hundreds of messages over the last 3 days, 4 days now. A lot of people are asking, for those of you who don't know, I live in Hunt, Texas. The river is right down the hill and across the street from my house. We're tired, but we can't stop. There have been an amazing amount of donations of things like food and water, cleaning supplies, and I have received so many messages saying, "What can we do? What can we help with? How can we help?" For those of you who don't know, our area has been cut off to the public for a multitude of very good reasons. So coming out to personally volunteer is difficult. And you can volunteer further out from us in Kerrville and Ingram. Centerpoint needs help. Comfort. There are other places in Texas that are also flooding that are going to need people. There were floods happening in Texas before our flood. Anyway, thinking ahead and after watching what's been going on for the last few days, we're topped out on food and drinks and things like that. These people out here are destroying their clothing. They're gonna need blue jeans. They're gonna need boots. The mosquitoes are trying to tote us off, so anything that we can get to fight mosquitoes. The weather has actually been pretty mild, and it looks like the heat is gonna start kicking back in. It started getting hot yesterday. So sunblock, sunscreen, aloe vera, we're gonna need those types of things because nobody's stopping. Most of us aren't sleeping. We have to be constantly moving and doing, or our brain starts eating us. Basically. Boots. These guys are wearing out their work boots. You can only wear rubber boots for so long. You start getting blisters, and you put on your work boots that you normally wear, every day. A bunch of these guys are ranchers, and they wear cowboy boots to work, or they wear, Red Wings, Ariat, whatever, Justin's. They're wearing them out. We're standing in ankle to knee deep mud and muck every day, and it's gonna wear the boots out. So boot vouchers. Also, a lot of these people, we're gathering up what tools we have in our yards and our shops, and we're using our personal tools to go out and do land clearing. Chainsaws. Tools are getting broken and torn up, need replacement parts, need chain oil, need motor oil, need 2-cycle engine oil. So any kind of vouchers to places that we have locally that we can get to, like Home Depot and Lowe's. And there's a little hardware store in Ingram, Texas called TJ Moore, where we can go and get hardware supplies and tools and things. People are breaking their shovels. And we, we know that's just part of this, but in the long run, we're going to need those tools. Also, hand tools, hammers, saws. We're going to need those things when everyone gets done with the cleanup part and we start trying to repair our homes out here. We're tearing up tires, trying to get in and out of places because of the brush and the trees and debris and rock and things in the roadway. These guys, some of their trucks, they have haul trailers on and equipment on, and they're at a steady dead run back and forth to places, and they need fuel. A lot of this is just coming out of everyone's own pockets. So fuel cards would be amazing. Vouchers for tires. People are having flats replaced. There's lots of places locally where we like to take our vehicles to get our tires done. We do have some large national chain companies in Kerrville that we can use. So my advice too is in your local area, if you have been serviced by a company that is a small business and you have yet to go over to their Facebook or their Yelp or their TikTok or wherever they post about their business and give them a review and give them an honest opinion of how you feel about their service and their employees, please go over and do that. It's making a huge difference mentally, physically, emotionally, right now as a small company, hearing other people say, hey, thank you for doing this for me. Hey, this company is awesome. It's also going to help us know who we can trust service with when we get back upright and we can afford to start calling out contractors and things and spending our hard-earned money to get things repaired or fixed or replaced or serviced or whatever else we need to do. We don't want to waste on our money on companies who aren't going to be reputable. And a lot of us small town folks would much rather keep our money locally, help a local family, a local business out, and have them help us out in return, rather than spend our money with a big, franchise or chain company where we're not going to see our money then turn around and spend within our own community. So I know those are some things that we're going to need. Also, we are going to need things for the kids. It's not going to be that long until school starts. And a lot of these kids, they're simple things like crayons and coloring books and things are trashed. So we know, school supply drives are not difficult. It's not difficult to get school supplies, really, in the state of Texas for students. But maybe think about getting things that they can use at home. I'm sure there will probably be a toy drive. But they're going to need things like baseball gloves and basketballs and footballs to toss around and things to give these kids a break. And because I'm telling you, these kids out here, 7, 8, 9 years old, they're girls and boys, they're strapping on their work boots and working right alongside everybody else right now. They really, really are. There's some amazing kids out here. They're knee deep and ankle deep and elbow deep in the mud right along with everybody else. And they're tired too. So simple little things like throwing a ball around It's going to mean a lot for these kids right now. All right. So that's my thought right now, is that we're going to need boots and jeans and shoes and some activity type things for the kiddos. All right, thanks for listening, y'all.